Hell yeah, dude.
Hey everybody, Matt McCarthy here with MMC Fishing. I appreciate you guys coming back and checking out the channel. This is a tournament recap video for the first stop of the 2021 Bassmaster Northern Open division on the James River. I wanted to kind of give you guys a brief rundown of what was going on prior to the tournament, as well as some of the tackle that I used in practice and during the tournament, and then we'll jump right into the video. So starting things off, going into the tournament, I knew that there was a couple of things that I felt really confident about, is that I know the James River is a shallow power fishing, kind of deal. It's one of my favorite bodies of water that I've ever been on. I was a co-angler in 2019 when we went there, and absolutely lost, absolute heartbreak. I had the biggest fish that I've ever caught in my boater's hands, and it came off right at the boat. So I had a lot of revenge, and I definitely wanted to go back and stick another big one, because I know they live in there. Big Florida strain bass. They're freaking dinosaurs on the James River, and it's just a great piece of body of water that has a lot of history, and it's challenging, and it's, I think, really fun to put the puzzle together. So, in saying that, it is a tidal body water fishery, so there's a high tide and a low tide, and this tournament was my first time ever fishing it as a boater. And a lot of where I'm from in Ohio, we have a lot of man-made inland reservoirs that are 10 feet or less, so I don't have hardly any experience to go off of, except for doing my research and building out that tide chart and understanding where I needed to be at the best time where that tide would be. Very critical on a tidal body of water to be running the tide, is what they call it, instead of chasing a bad tide. These fish are really, it's a dinner bell to them when the tide starts moving. Either, it's like a bathtub, it starts draining or starts filling up. It gets all sorts of life forms, to start going, and it triggers them to feed. And so you could go literally through the winning stretch on the James River and swear there wasn't a bass there. And if you go through there at the right tide, you could probably get your arm broken and crack 20 pounds. So, all those sorts of things we tried to figure out and practice. My buddy John Zazerski helped coach me on some things, and we really got on a deal really quickly going into the tournament. Two main things that were going on was, one, there was a shad spawn happening in the morning, and two, there was a new moon on Tuesday of the tournament, so we checked for that next wave of bass to be spawning, and lo and behold, we found a bunch of cypress trees and a bunch of bass that were making beds on it. We weren't the only one. There was 225 boats in the tournament. In saying that, I ended up 64th out of 224 boats. It's a really solid start to the year. However, I did run into some rookie boating mistakes on day two. I was running down to the Chickahominy River. I cut a corner where I shouldn't have at low tide and ended up putting my boat on a mud flat. And luckily, myself and my co-angler, we weren't hurt. It could have been a pretty dangerous situation, but we were able to push our way off with the trolling motor in 6 inches of water before that tide got super low, and ended up scrapping together 4 solid fish for me with 12.5 pounds, and I missed the top 40 cut by a keeper. A 2-pound bass would have put me in that that mid to low 30s, I think. So my goal for day two was 15 pounds, and I came up short of that with 12.5. But in saying that, I appreciate you guys checking out the video, and we'll go into the tackle. Hey guys, before we jump into the video, I wanted to go over with you 4 key baits that I utilized on the James River in practice, as well as in the tournament, to help me catch bass. The first is a spinnerbait by Blue Rock Custom Tackle. It's their Indiana Pulse spinnerbait. It's got the orange kicker blade, white and chartreuse with a little blue in the skirt, and I had this in the 3/8 size. and the little split tail on the back. I fished this primarily around any hard pieces of cover that I found. The second lure that I utilized in practice as well as in the tournament is simply a black poppin' frog. Really, this bait excelled around shade lines and around those cypress trees and docks. This bait really helped in practice, helped locate those bass and just get them to show themselves. They wouldn't necessarily explode and eat it, but they would definitely show themselves as they were finding those beds. The next bait is a staple of mine that's always tied on whenever I go fishing, and that is simply a Blue Rock custom tube. I have this rigged on their stupid tube head, and I knew going into the tournament that not a lot of folks throw a tube anymore, and they definitely don't throw a stupid tube. And being from the Midwest, the tube is probably one of the best baits as it imitates basically anything a bass eats. But I really utilized that in the tournament on those cypress trees, flipping where I knew beds were or fish I thought were bedding. And they simply couldn't stand it, and helped me really on days 1 and 2. The last bait that is a staple for any bed fishing tournament where fish are on beds throughout the country is the tried and true stick bait. This is a deuce stick by Blue Rock, and I threw this on 2 setups. This was a wacky rigged setup as well as a Nico style with a little nail weight in the head of that bait, and threw that in whatever color I could get my hands on. It really didn't seem to matter, but it's just something that they just can't stand. When it gets in their bed, they'll pick it up and try to swim off with it, and then you automatically know that something's going on there. But green pumpkin, June bug, black and blue, didn't matter to me, and caught some key fish on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and check out the link in the description below. It actually links out to the Blue Rock tackle website where you can purchase any of those baits and help my boy Jesse out. So hope you guys enjoy that and enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. We're here at the stop number 1, Bassmaster Northern Opens here on the James River. I got my co-angler Matt riding with me today.
What's up, everybody?
Check him out on his YouTube. What's your YouTube?
It's SP Fishing TV.
SP Fishing TV.
SB, yeah. SB.
SB.
SB Fishing.
SB Fishing TV. Hopefully have a good day. We're gonna make a long run to the Chick and fish down there and see what we can do. Had a real good practice, a lot of bites. Feel like I know what's going on. Hopefully we can just put them in the box.
Got him. Hey. Let's go. Good start. Good start. Thanks. I got you.
Got it?
Don't worry.
Got it? Little guy, but work.
Nice to be putting him in the boat. Always good feeling. What was that first one?
224.
224. sir.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Nice. There you go. Nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Choked.
No help?
No.
Nice. Oh, good one. Got him. Nice.
Yeah!
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah!
That's a solid fish.
Give me some.
Good work, good work.
Yeah! How about that upgrade? Good morning, welcome to day 2, Bassmaster Open on the James River.
first one of the Northern Division for this year. Going out with my boy Taurus in the back. Sitting in 101st, but weights are pretty stacked. And only 4 pounds back from top 40, so got a really long day today. I'm boat 162. I was boat 62 yesterday, so really only got 5 hours worth of fishing in. But hope you guys enjoy the video, and we'll take you on for the ride. Thanks. Is it?
Damn it. Yeah, I got one of those in here too. Choked, you know?
Mudfish. Wasn't rolling. Number 1. Dang it, missed another one. Got him on the frog. Whitney, you on him? Yeah. See my boat? I got stuck on a friggin' mud flat. Destroyed it. You got him? I got 3. 3 for 7 1/4. Good luck.